Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with more career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy our podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. And I want to chat with you about drama, and I'll probably do a bunch more recordings on this topic because we could talk for hours, but I want to give you a short tip here. And that is, I do think it's important when you're doing an interview to, talk about yourself, about who you are and, a little bit about your life and where you're from maybe and what your hobbies are. And you want to give the interviewer some color around who you are as a person. So I do think it's important to include some personal stuff. And by the way, maybe all recruiters wouldn't give you that advice, but I think it's important. Because at the end of the day, the employer, they want to know who they're hiring as a person, not just their skill set, right? I know that HR departments would like to pretend like it's, you're getting hired only for a specific skill set. But the reality is they're hiring you based on the type of person you are and whether or not you match their culture and style. So they do want to know who you are as a person a little bit. And I think it's important to share some of that in an interview. But I would be careful about sharing too much drama, right? You don't want to give too much drama. For example, I'll just give an example. I probably, if I was in an interview, I would probably say I love to go to the mountains and go camping. My wife and I go camping, every chance we get during the summertime. I think that right there is probably enough, right? I wouldn't say, well, my wife and I like to go camping, but, since we're, arguing with our son and he got mad at us last summer because, we wouldn't let him ride the four-wheeler in the mountains, he doesn't go with us anymore. So we've decided to stop going camping, even though we used to love to go. You see where I'm going with this? Like just and you would be surprised, right? I interview people all the time, and they not always, but a lot of times they go too far with the drama, right? They start tying drama or, whatever. Here's another example. You tell me that you have a dog and, you love German Shepherds. You guys have always had German Shepherds. Okay, great. That's cool. I know you're a dog lover, and thank you for sharing that. I love learning something personally about you. But what you don't want to do then is drag that into, and my dog had some back problems, and then, me and my wife, we got in an argument about it, and then, we didn't talk for 2 months because we couldn't make a decision on whether or not to get the dog operated on. You see what I'm saying? That's too much. Now you're going too far. So I could go on and on with this topic, but the summary is this. I do think it's important to include personal things so that we can get to know you, because I do think that's important. Just be careful. If it starts to sound like drama or you're sharing too much, you need to back off. Okay, and there's your tip of the day. We truly hope you find our material helpful and entertaining. And in the spirit of giving back, Riderflex donates half of all proceeds gained from this podcast to the Volunteers of America and their efforts to support veterans with employment services. While our podcast can be heard across most platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and SoundCloud, you can become a supporter of this podcast by visiting our show on the platform Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Riderflex. You can send us your questions or suggested topics for future episodes to the email address podcast@riderflex.com, or drop us a voicemail at 888-964-5876, extension 710. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks so much for listening, folks, and have a great day.